Hi, I'm Rob Durham. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 7 different degrees of difficulty in comedy shows.
He tours clubs and colleges all over. He's just published his third book. Give a nice big round of applause for Rob Durham.
Level 1. The easiest type of comedy show is a sold out show in a comedy club on a weekend, preferably the early show. These are people that paid to get in. They've had a drink or two before. They're on a date. They're going to behave. They're excited to see you. If you don't knock it out of the park during these sets, you're kind of failing. This needs to be your best set of the week. They're almost always a hot crowd. There's large groups. You need to have your best set of the week during that. The club owners know this is your time to shine. So if you do have a great set, don't get cocky about it, but you need to really have the best set of the week when you got that hot crowd on the weekend. These are easy. They should be eating out of the palm of your hand. Level 2 degree of difficulty is an established one-nighter at a bar somewhere where they have comedy maybe once a month, and the crowd's used to it. They know what stand-up shows are like. They fill the room pretty well. They've promoted it. People are getting their drinks on time. The room is well managed. They know how to run a show. So these can be just as good as a comedy club. They're a lot of fun in various towns. A lot of times they think you're a big deal because you're touring there, so they treat you like royalty. It's a pretty cool feeling when you can go to the middle of nowhere and the whole room is filled. So that's number 2. These shows are very easy. Level 3 is the later shows at a comedy club. It's still in the setting of a comedy club, so you're going to have bouncers there to make sure people don't get out of control, hopefully. People are still getting their drinks, but it's a little later, so the crowd's energy can be weird. They can be a little tougher to manage because they are too drunk, or maybe they're just a little tired. Not many clubs do 3 shows on Saturday anymore. They've trimmed them down to 2, but you still have to deal with things like bachelorette parties and the occasional drunk heckler. So these are a little tougher, especially if you're emceeing. They may be a little cold at first, but they're still, you can do well. It's in a comedy club setting, so you should still manage to have a great set. Level 4 is your small town fundraisers. These are tougher because maybe the room isn't set up just right for comedy. The lighting or the sound is off, or maybe the seating isn't exactly what it needs to be. The fundraiser itself could be a little somber if it's, you're raising money to benefit someone who's dying of cancer. That's going to be a lot tougher on that crowd. So you need to really up your game. You usually have to be a lot cleaner during these, and it's just a tougher room. Usually the numbers are decent on this, but and people are there for a good cause. They've paid to get in, but you got to bring your A game for these. Level 4, it's a lot tougher. Level 5 is back at the comedy club, probably on a weeknight. You may get 20, maybe 30 people there, and most of them got in free. Maybe they got a Groupon, or the club sent them tickets, so they didn't even pay to get in. It's a weeknight, so they're not really partying. And what happens a lot of times is they don't get seated together, so it's really hard to build that good momentum of laughter up. It's a lot of just couples, and when you're only with one other person, I don't know, you don't laugh as loud as when you're with a big group for some reason. They're not drinking as much, so it really it can be challenging, but you have to pretend the room's full and still give it your best on those. But comedy club during the week is especially tough on that MC coming out to a cold crowd, so good luck on that. Level 6 is the corporate or Christmas party. Usually a company hires you. And these are tough because people don't want to get drunk and laugh at inappropriate things in front of their coworkers or boss. Sometimes these happen during the daytime too. That can be very tough. It's tough to be funny at noon. And again, the room's not going to be set up correctly. Even if it's a banquet hall or something could be wrong with the sound, the lighting, the seating. People are worried about other things other than the comedy show. They kind of, they're forced to be there because technically they're still at work, or maybe they're with family members, and it can be an uncomfortable scenes. These are the ones you want to charge a lot of money for in case it doesn't go well. You at least get money out of it. But these are level 6. These are very tough to pull off, and it took me about a decade into my career before I could consistently do well at these. So, be prepared, and you really got to work hard the entire set at a corporate party. Finally, number 7, the toughest kind of comedy show to do is what I call the away gig. This means you're coming to their venue, maybe their office. I've done stuff in people's homes. This is where they're already drunk and you're just kind of showing up as just a small part of the party. They kind of see you as a prop, maybe. You're gonna face a lot of disrespect. These are pretty challenging, but you kind of have to show them that you're there to have fun too. Sometimes they don't even give you a microphone, or the sound system or the setup is just terrible. My friend and I did one of these. We did the back patio at a bachelorette party in front of 25 women at a cabin in the middle of nowhere, and he did very well. Took me a while to keep them focused. You kind of have to interact with the crowd a lot more. You can't just plow through your set. Be ready to face a lot of interaction, especially if they've been drinking that way. I ended up, at the end of this bachelorette party, by the end, the bride was crying about something, and one of the aunts came up and was trying to take the microphone from me. I had to stiff arm her away and finish my set. It was a lot of fun, but I think, 5-10 years ago, I don't know if I could have got through that as well. So anytime you're going to their venue, just try and fit in and do your best, and really show a strong stage presence so you can get through that gig. Another time I worked at a country club, and it was about 150 men that had been golfing all day, and they had like a massage table set up. They were eating. They had an open bar going. They were country club men, so there was kind of a condescension from them to me to begin with. I was just the clown there to entertain them. So there was a lot of interaction. Sometimes you can find one person and fire back at them. If somebody wants to be a heckler, just be prepared and fire back at them, and you can get the crowd on your side. But again, you can charge a lot for these. These pay well, but you really got to work hard to get them. So be careful when you're walking into those. For more tips on how to make money in stand-up comedy, check out my book, Don't Wear Shorts on Stage. This is available on Amazon, Kindle, iTunes, any other ebook format. It gives you all the tips from your first open mic to getting on the road. It's all in there, and I have a blog that accompanies that at don'twearshortsonstage.com. And for my show dates, check out robdurhamcomedy.com. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe. I'll see you next time.